Hey guys, welcome back. So last time we wrote these three functions up here which sanitize our data for us. Now we're ready to actually do something with that data, but before we go ahead and do that, we're going to just separate this page up a little bit and make it a little bit more organized. At the moment our page is quite long with all these functions and these handlers right here and all of our HTML code. This would only grow if we continue doing everything on one page. So we're going to take this whole PHP block, so right from the very first line all the way down to the closing PHP tag right here, copy that, or cut it I should say, and create a new file. So Command N or Control N if you're on a Windows machine, or just go to File, New File. And then paste all that in there, and we're going to save this in here, but we're going to create a new folder. So this is our root folder. See, there's your register page and your index page. So we're going to create a new folder in here. This is going to be called Includes. Create a new folder there. But then we're going to create one more new folder inside of the Includes folder. So in the Includes folder, click New Folder again, and then this is going to be Handlers. Save that, and then we're going to save this file into the Handlers folder. So save it as registerhandler.php. Of course, you're free to call this whatever you want, but I'm just going to call it registerhandler.php and save it, like I said, in the Handlers folder. And click Save. Yeah, ignore that message and just go. And you're going to get this message popping up quite a lot from Sublime Text, but asking you to buy a license, but just click cancel or go ahead and buy a license. So this page right here is going to handle our register form submission. That's why we call it Register Handler. So this login part right here doesn't belong in this page, so cut that, okay, and make a new file. Just while we're here, we're going to just create a new one for the login handler too. So we have to create new PHP tags, so PHP, and then close your PHP tags off. Inside there, just paste that. Okay, and we're not doing anything with that code right now, so just save this file, and we're actually done with this for a little bit. So in the same folder, the handlers folder, save this as login handler.php. Okay, and like I said, we're done with this for a bit, so you can even close that down if you want to. We don't need the login handler yet. So there you go, we have a dedicated file for the register form submission. Now we just need to make sure we reference this, because at the moment our register page doesn't know anything about that form. So we can add a reference to that file like so. Open PHP tags, and inside there we're just going to say include, and this is going to be the link to the file you want to include in the page. So we're going to say include, and the folder was called includes / handlers / register handler.php, just like that. And you'll know if you got this right, because when you save this, and I'll also save registerhandler.php, when you save that and refresh the page, if you see an error, it's probably an error saying that you can't find the file. So refresh this, or don't. I don't see any errors. So if it couldn't find your file, you'd have an error message at the top saying that it can't find it. So if you don't see anything, you know it's worked. And what include does, it basically takes this whole file and copies and pastes the code into your page when the website loads. So saying include this file is exactly the same as if you just took all this text and just had it all up here like that. Because that's essentially what it does. So when this page is loading, very first thing it does is goes to this file here, takes all the code from it, and pastes it into your page. You don't see it do that obviously, but that's essentially all it does. Okay, and the last thing about this include that I want to tell you is that it starts in whatever folder you're in. So we're in the register.php file. It starts from whichever folder the register.php file is in. And if you look at our file structure, we have the register.php file, which is where we are now. That's our current location, and then that's why we started with includes, because if from there we go into the includes folder. Okay, and that's it. That's really all there is to it. It's just a bit more organized, and you can see instead of all that PHP code at the top, now we just have our HTML code. So while we're here, we'll just do the login handler as well. Like I said, we're not doing anything with the login handler yet, but you can just include that too while we're here so we don't forget. And give that a save and just make sure there's no errors when you refresh the page.